What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, America? What's going on to the world? I want to do this commentary, man, and speak about the power of social media. Remember the interview that R. Kelly did with Gayle King, and he was talking about the power of social media. We already know what the mainstream media does, but I want to speak about the power of social media. What some of our people do on social media to have these large platforms, the one with 300,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers, and I'm going to call your name. And I'm going to say it respectfully because this needs to be addressed. Because we are here fighting the fight for a man life that's on the line. A man that's fighting for his life. Now, you can have your opinions. You can sit there and say that he's guilty. And then, that's your opinion. Everybody has a right to their opinion. But what everybody don't have a right to is the facts and making up stuff. And what I don't like is people to sit up there and say somebody is a pedophile and say that on your platforms for somebody who's never been convicted of a crime. So I'm going to let y'all listen to a brother that I admire, still do admire and respect these brothers, to some of these social medias, people that be on these platforms, bloggers and YouTube. I'm not a blogger, man. I'm just a nigga be on YouTube that speaks my opinion. And I just want to say that I respect these brothers, and I'm just gonna let them say what he got to say, and then I get come back and let y'all listen to what this brother here had to say about about Robert Kelly. Let y'all listen to it. So we. Man.
So R. Kelly, he's been in jail because he has been charged with multiple charges spanning over many states, stemming from the years that he has been engaging in the pedophile behavior that he has been engaging in. And it finally caught up with him. Now, he's in Chicago right now in a federal jail. And while he's in federal jail, he still has a lot of supporters. And supporters come and protest and say, hey, R. Kelly's innocent, even though most people, definitely within my age group for sure, know the things that R. Kelly has done way back since, the 90s and all the things that happened with Aaliyah and so on and so on. We don't have to go down R. Kelly's history. Well, R. Kelly was sleeping in his cell, and you had some inmates come into his cell and start touching R. Kelly up. And not in the way that he fooling with the young girls, but touched him up the other way. And one inmate started to stomp R. Kelly's head in because they was upset and mad because every time his, pro R. Kelly protesters show up, they lock the whole facility down. Nobody can move around. Nobody can do anything. And it keeps happening. And these inmates are just very upset about that. Now, one of the inmates had an ink pen, and he was going to use it on R. Kelly, basically as a knife. But other inmates came in and pulled them away before they really done some damage to R. Kelly. Now, I don't know why R. Kelly don't have a crew around him at all times. Because, hey, some of them guys, they don't have family paying commissary. And guys like that, you get maybe a crew, maybe 7, 8 of them. And say, look, I need y'all to stay in guard at all times. I'll pay you a commissary. I'll take care of you. You never have to worry about nothing in here no more while you in here. Pay some of the guards. He need to do that too, to make sure they watching out for him. Because he got to pay. It is what it is. Always going to be more incidents like that. Because R. Kelly not no fighter like that. He's not no gangster. He's not no thug. So his attorney, Steve Greenberg, has asked that his client be released on bail. Is also claimed that, he's fearing for his life. So what the people end up doing was putting R. Kelly in solitary confinement after the incident. So his lawyer trying to get him out of jail right now, saying that everything has changed, not the same no more. It's dangerous for R. Kelly. Well, when they put you in jail, that's usually comes with the territory. And R. Kelly is not in jail for parking tickets. He's not in jail for child support, even though he went to jail for child support one time. But he's in jail while he's in the feds because of the things that he was doing. All the women R. Kelly had access to all over the world, women, grown women that he had access to. R. Kelly chose to do the things that he was doing. He chose that. And people don't want to talk about that. There's a lot of people like F.R. Kelly. He a sicko. He a pedophile. X-Y-Z. He no different than Epstein. I agree with that. He isn't. But because, when people like you, there's things that people overlook with R. Kelly. Or, now some people say, well, some of them parents was allowing R. Kelly to do this, and some of that is true, and that's sick too, and they need to be brought up on charges. If it's proven that they were knowingly allowing their children to be over there with R. Kelly and knowing what was going on, they need to be brought up on charges too. Every last one of them. So you look at, I'm not running nothing because we won't have a single pedophile in no country I'll be running. Trust me. That would be one crime that would never happen because I would make an example out of it. And no, you wouldn't be going to no jail either. I'll leave it at that. But R. Kelly, they say right now they don't know if he's still in solitary confinement. But even if R. Kelly got bail in Chicago, he still got other states and put federal charges on him too. Okay? So he's not going home. It's just that simple. He's not going home. R. Kelly better start doing some push-ups and start learning how to fight and everything else, in jail, or pay them guys to protect you. That's the only options he really got, because I don't see them folks letting him out. Trust me, them folks when they zero in on you like that, and they waited, and this is how these folks work. They know R. Kelly was doing the things he was doing back then, but see, R. Kelly was making them money. See, now when R. Kelly stopped making them money, now all of a sudden everything come at him. You notice that? Because they could have got him a long time ago, and they didn't. But R. Kelly was making hit after hit after hit for these record labels. They don't want to lock him up in his prime. There's a lot of money lost. So, R. Kelly, his sins caught up with him. I don't feel bad. But leave me a comment, let me know anything about the situation with, R. Kelly. Almost, getting stabbed up in jail, in federal jail. I mean, it's crazy. Something happened to R. Kelly, in there. I mean, seriously happened to him. Hey, he should have thought about that. And I know Goodwill in jail right now. He's thinking about all the times that he shouldn't have did what he did. Trust me. I know he's thinking.
Now, you hear that? You hear what he just said? That's Philip Scott. Brother I respect. He has another channel called African Diaspora. And he said if he was a judge, he would be able to try to stop other things going on in other countries. Now, he brings, good point. The parents would be brought up on charges and stuff like that. But see, the problem is a lot of people, they want to be the judge and the jury, and they want to be God. Now, this brother here is supposed to be a Christian. And see, and I understand he has a lot of subscribers. 1 million. He don't want to make them subscribers upset. So this is the power of social media. This is what led up to R. Kelly also getting arrested. These kind of people like that. Now, it's apparent this brother, he's talking about people like his age. Well, I'm his age. So it's apparent that he don't know anything about this case, this federal indictment. And to be honest with you, he don't know nothing about the old case. See how he brought up Aaliyah's name? He knows. He knows that he knows. He just know R. Kelly is guilty. He compared him with Jeffrey Epstein. You see that? Now let's go to another successful YouTube channel. Now these brothers here, I respect these brothers. They cool, but they're called Hip Hop News Uncensored. Check them out.
Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, dropping Sam and Rod passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper alive. Man, but it's all good, man. Here on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, man, we got the Viral Sports podcast starting up this week, so we're going to be, letting you guys know you can go check that out very, very soon. I want to talk about this story, Sam, man. Over the weekend, the Chicago Sun-Times put out a story a few days ago, and the news came out the other day that R. Kelly was attacked. Well, the day after, everybody was asking, who's this person? Well, he came out, he pretty much identified himself as Jeremiah Shane Farmer, and he's a Latin Kings member who was convicted of racketeering and conspiracy charges. Well, the crazy part about this, though, Sam, man, is he came out and he made a claim. He said, the government made me attack R. Kelly. And
at least they telling more of the story than Philip Scott did. So I respect what these brothers are doing a lot more than Philip Scott. Continue.
The backstory was pretty much they went to it was like an area of the prison where they weren't supposed to be at. When the guards came over, they seen a dude on top of R. Kelly punching him in his head and punching him in his body. And the prison guard came over and pretty much sprayed him with pepper spray to get them apart from R. Kelly. When you think about this, beat down that R. Kelly allegedly got, and he almost, got stabbed with a pen as well. And the dude, the attacker, saying, "Look, the government made me do it." What's your thoughts on that, Sam, man?
I don't believe the government made him do it. Not in this statement. I love a good conspiracy theory just like anybody else, but in this situation, the government made him do that. The government will also shut him.
He said he loved a good conspiracy theory. See how brainwashed we are as people? Conspiracy theory was created by the CIA in 1967. But these brothers are supposed to be smart. I love these brothers. Respect them. I love these brothers. Continue.
He'd be in solitary somewhere. He wouldn't be able to make statements. I think he may have done this because he sees R. Kelly's jacket like everybody else. Some people love R. Kelly. Most people do. And I'm sure he's in there singing songs and is a fan to a lot of people. But other people hate him. Mm-hmm. They don't like him. They don't like what he does. And a lot of people, if you know anything about jail, you know what they do to pedophiles, rapists, and people who harm children. There's only one rule in there when it comes to them lifers. So this isn't surprising. I don't wish it on anybody.
R. Kelly has never been convicted of being a pedophile. You see what they do on their platform? How they call it R. Kelly a pedophile? He's never been convicted, y'all. Remember that, of being a pedophile.
As of right now, he is still innocent until proven guilty. He hasn't gone through trial, and all this is alleged.
Stop saying pedophile then, brother.
What substantial evidence may be out there, whether you think it's substantial or not. Very scary situation for R. Kelly. I don't want to see him murdered in prison. But I will say this, and I know it's not easy to say, but it is what it is. If he is in fact guilty of these charges, what other way is there to go out for a pedophile?
Man,
I don't know.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a tough one at the end of the day. But my thing about the whole government thing is like, since when did the government miss? Like, if the government had him do it, he would have got the job done.
Yep, and been out somewhere.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was that. Obviously, once the dude came out and identified him.
Apparently, these brothers don't know anything about masters and publishings, even though they had both of them, Philip Scott and these brothers here. They had Michael Jackson's niece and nephew on their show, and Michael Jackson also was accused of, being a pedophile twice. But continue.
So I'm like, all right, publicity. He wants that publicity. He's probably getting all types of stuff, fan mail. He might have a go. Who knows what this guy has now for coming out? But my thing is, why the hell is he even, in where he could be attacked? You know what I mean? None of these other dudes get attacked that do all this crazy stuff. They're in the area where, there's not going to be a chance for that to happen. But sometimes you get these guys like R. Kelly and others who, want to be in general population. I just don't think it's a wise thing considering the nature of the charges and considering the nature of who R. Kelly is. I don't think it's a wise thing to do, for him to be in a general population. But waiting for the outcome of this, because we've had people on here that have known about, been from Chicago, and everybody got a different perspective on it. Some people say, this, that. Some people still, to this day, say that R. Kelly's being set up. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to just sit back like everybody else and wait and see.
I like the brother that just said he don't know. I like what he just said. He don't know. Let's sit and wait it out. See? But it's that other brother, man. It's something about that dude, man. The other dude he got next to him. Something about that other dude, man. I don't even know his name. It's the Heavyset brother. I like him. He said, we just sit out, wait it out. You know what I'm saying? See, Spider Local's on his show. He checked that other brother. Not the Heavyset brother. I don't know his name. The Heavyset brother, I like him. But the other dude, man, I don't know, man. I respect you, brother, but sometimes you got checked by Spider Local, man.
And look at some of the concrete evidence, because right now all we're hearing is stuff that comes through the little media outlets and little things like that. But once they're in court and now this stuff becomes officially on the record, then we can sit back and say, well, damn, this dude was a sick mofo. Oh, shit, maybe he ain't even go that far with it. But, we'll see.
We will see, man. You put it right on the head, man. I don't know when it's a trial. You know when the trial is?
See, I don't know, but this whole COVID thing, everything kind of just got messed up.
Yeah.
Everything. You remember the Nipsey?
Yeah.
That situation was supposed to pop off sometime last, a few months ago, and that never happened. So a lot of cases and trials are being pushed back. But we definitely keep you guys updated when there's a new development, man. How you let this dude beat you down, R. Kelly? Come on, man.
And I heard R. Kelly had hands, so you never know what you don't know what that man's dealing with in there mentally. He might be broken. It may not be the same R. Kelly that people knew. Mm-hmm. It's been a minute now, and he's in there for some pretty serious shit. So I'm sure he didn't even expect to be in here that long.
Definitely not.
But nonetheless, he's in there. And
brothers, it doesn't matter if you have hands or not. When you get attacked in your sleep, and you're supposed to be protected, and you're the most famous person in there. Come on, man. It doesn't matter. You could be the black belt and Jeet Kune Do. You could be, you could be, you get attacked in your sleep. It don't matter how good you are. So I don't want to hear about how much hands somebody got.
He ain't getting out anytime soon.
Definitely not, man. Let's get to the highlight of this evening.
Yeah, what they just said, he's not getting out anytime soon. So it seems like to me, there's an agenda being pushed on social media by a lot of people with these large platforms. Now, I'm not going to play the other guy's podcast. I forgot his name, but he has a hip-hop podcast as well. And his name is Mike. He's from Brooklyn. He said that R. Kelly paid that guy to do it. And I think that's what that girl from New York that was on the Bosky channel. I mean, she wasn't on the Bosky channel, but she was talking shit about, R. Kelly paid somebody. They paying niggas, to jump. Come on, man. So, with that being said, we're talking about the power of social media. And I wanted to go back in time about Aaliyah, the late Aaliyah, the beautiful Aaliyah who passed on. She's been gone for almost 20 years. She did an interview where she speaks about R. Kelly. Basically saying that they were never married. And I don't understand why we keep talking about that. So I'm going to play it again. I want y'all to hear the people out there. Philip Scott and all the people that think they were. So once I show you this video, I'm also going to put it on my, let y'all see it, so I'm just going to let it play. But I'm on Philip Scott. I want you to see this, Philip Scott. So.
Now, see, you could be flying that. With a long list of upcoming premieres to dress for, we spent the day shopping in Manhattan with 18-year-old Aaliyah. First stop, Saks. Aaliyah is a veteran of the music scene. At 14, her premiere solo project, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, achieved platinum status with hits back and forth. And At Your Best You Are Loved, which catapulted her to the top of the Miss R&B Diva list, thus paving the way for her recently released double platinum album, One in a Million. In today's music industry, where image is everything, Aaliyah mixes her sex appeal with a playful tomboy twist, creating a look that's all her own.
I watch a lot of the fashion shows, a lot of the runway models, and see what's the next thing happening and then intertwine that with what I'm doing. Image goes hand in hand with the music. And that's how people identify you. You know, they separate you knowing your music and knowing your style and your image. So that's why it takes me a while to put things together, especially if I'm doing a dressy thing rather than a sporty thing. Because what you see here is really me, the baggy jeans and skull caps and everything. So when I'm doing a dressy thing, I've got to still remain in my image. So it takes me a while to put something really good together that still looks like Aaliyah.
But there is a real difference between the catwalk and life.
Can you sit down in the jeans?
Very elegant sit down there.
Just kind of stretch out. Just kind of stretch. You have to kind of slouch. Kind of be kind of cool. Can't sit up. Just
Right.
Gotta, when we getting out of the chair, gotta kind of come up like that. Ready?
Aaliyah!
Uh-oh. Well, look at that. That coat is mad. I'm feeling the coat. The coat is off the rocker. This is a little different for me. I'm not liking the pants.
Really?
Actually,
That's
you know,
great.
it's cute, but it's
You're still not there yet.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. That's what I think it's time for. April, I think it's time to go to Nike Town.
Nike Town.
I really do, but I do like the coat. I may have to snag this coat.
So we went looking for something a little more comfortable.
Okay, you're 18. You already went to your prom. Is it possible at all to have a relationship on the road? I would say it's possible. I just don't have one. I don't have one right now. I don't have a boyfriend. And I can't say I'm really looking. I think it will come along at the right time. I have a lot of friends. And when that guy comes along, I'll know it, he'll know it, and then it'll happen. But I am really busy with the career and the fact that I'm getting ready to go back to school. So I'll just see how it works in.
3 years ago, there was this terrible rumor out. What is the deal with you and R. Kelly? Are you all married or not?
No, I'm not married. Robert's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. He's a great producer, a great artist who I do admire. And there's nothing there at all.
We are here.
This is my place
This is
in
the
New York.
final frontier.
I'm sorry, Aaliyah. These look really weird. Now, let me tell you something, though.
Did y'all hear that? Not married, nothing there. You know, how many times, Luz, she's answered that question? You know, I'm sure there's other people that put that out there. They put, you know, there's other people that work on, you know, that's on social media that's put that out there in front of y'all face and showed y'all and let y'all know that they were never married. You know, and now since 2019. And I think that the rumor is that they did that to sell records. If that's true, I don't know. Really, at the point, I don't even care, man. I'm sick of the allegation about Aaliyah. That's what you said, Philip Scott. But you don't want to you don't want to find out the truth, because I understand maybe, you know, you don't want to lose your subscribers, some of your subscribers. But you're a Christian man, right? That's what you say. You're a Christian man, right, brother? That's what you say. You're a Christian man. So you're a Christian man. Now, I'm not asking anybody to change their opinion. You can feel the way you want to feel. But do you believe in due process? That's all I'm saying. We're not talking about somebody's morals. Can you find anything where this man is guilty of breaking the law? Not about his morals, how his lifestyle, or you don't like him. Can you find anything he's done illegal? His sins. Well, brother Philip Scott, you're going to pay for your sins too. We all are. We all are dirty, filthy rags in God's eyesight. That's something my grandmother used to say when I hear that as a child. My auntie used to say as a child. Ain't nobody perfect, man. You ain't perfect, Philip Scott. You're not God. You're not God, brother Philip Scott. When you said that, I was kind of shocked, man, because I couldn't believe you said that, because it bugged me out, and I was trying to understand, like, whoa, where's this coming from? You said it so boldly. Like, damn, like you had no compassion. You had no, like, he did these things. Remember, R. Kelly was found not guilty in 2008. He hasn't been on trial yet. I don't think you. I don't even think you believe what you're saying. The way you was looking. And I wrote to you. I said, Philip Scott, you don't know nothing about this case, about the R. Kelly case, or the old case. You call him a pedophile, and he has never been convicted of that. Wow. Are we talking about morally, or are we talking about R. Kelly breaking the law? Who are you to judge? You ever heard of deepfake videos? I get it. You don't like R. Kelly. But that doesn't make him guilty of being a pedophile. If you would do your research, you will find out he was never married to Aaliyah. It's all about masters and publishers. My brother Philip Scott. Didn't Michael Jackson get accused twice of being a pedophile? R. Kelly hasn't even went to trial. R. Kelly has been convicted by public opinion just like Bill Cosby was. Now you have a blessed day, brother Philip Scott. That is the comment I sent to you. And it's funny, man, that you got on your platform. I remember when Bill Cosby was accused and going through his trials and tribulations, you said some things about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby should have never cheated on his wife. He should have never did this and that. People that speak like you, man, there's always skeletons in their closets. People that like to throw rocks at people and say those things. I still respect you. But there's always skeletons in people's closet that says that just always like to say, lock them up. If I was the judge, I'd do this and I'd do that and I would do this to him. Really? I've heard that word pedophile on a lot of people's channel. But I'm not gonna play all the people that said things. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. I respect all these brothers, but we just have different opinions. I'm not calling nobody no pedophile who's never been convicted of being a pedophile. You could say, you know what, man? I believe he's guilty. It is what it is. I'd be like, okay, I respect your opinion. It is what it is. But I'm not going to sit up and call nobody no pedophile who never been convicted of it. But to say he's the same as Jeffrey Epstein, who had an island? Wow. Jeffrey Epstein? Really? Really, Philip Scott? Jeffrey Epstein was allowed to, he was convicted. He still was allowed to walk around and do the one. You compare R. Kelly to Jeffrey Epstein. Really? They're the same. Are we talking about morally? Or are we talking about R. Kelly breaking the law? Take your emotions out of here, brother. Come on now. Take your emotions out of here. You too, Willie D. You said that kills. That's what you said. What a tragedy. He wasted his life. I'm like, damn, the man ain't even went on trial yet. Like, let the man have his day in court. But y'all want to talk about Donald Trump as being a racist, right? That's what y'all want to say, right? A racist. You want to talk about Donald Trump. But Joe Biden was accused also of rape. And it's funny that I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get the hell up out of here. It's funny that Joe Biden was accused of rape, and the Democratic Party, the liberals, who helped funding the Me Too and Time's Up, to bring men down. They went after men, but they made black men the face of the Me Too and Time's Up. Y'all know that, right? It's funny that Joe Biden, who was accused of rape, and Kamala Harris said she believed the victim, but yet and still, she is running for vice president with Joe Biden, who was accused, allegedly, of rape. But y'all want to talk about Donald Trump. Come on, man. Think. What did R. Kelly say? Use our common sense. Use the common sense that God bless us with, man. The Me Too ladies didn't want nothing to do with the Joe Biden situation. That's how I knew that that's how I knew the Me Too and Time's Up was full of shit. When they ain't go after Joe Biden. It's all about Masters Publishings. That's what it's all about, man. It's all Sony, all up in this, man. And y'all don't want to believe that. Y'all don't think R. Kelly is worth nothing. He asked for his $900-some million. Y'all don't want to look into that, huh? You just want to say he's a pedophile. He's a pedophile. He's a pedophile. He's a pedophile. Okay, go ahead and say that. But you got to show you just can't say somebody a pedophile. Where's your evidence? You said people your age, Philip, knew this. Okay, y'all knew this. Why you didn't call the cop? Why you didn't say nothing then? It's funny. You said you're a fan of Tupac, right? Right, Philip Scott? You love Tupac. I heard you say on your show. Wasn't Tupac accused and convicted of being a rapist? Look, I love Tupac. Huge fan. Look. That was my nigga, man. I love that dude, man. We can't pick and choose, man. You got to do your research. You got to do your research, man. Or we're going to be some lost souls around here, man. Some lost souls. We ain't going to know if we're coming or going. How are we going to ask for reparations and we don't have no cultural obligations? Yeah, I got that from somebody. A spitting fire. Yeah. How? We can't stick together for nothing, man. We're fighting each other, man. We can't do anything together. We always go on, This is ridiculous. If everybody would have sat back and said, you know what? Why are they going after him now? Okay, if y'all believe he was guilty, you know what? If he was so guilty, why didn't they get him back in 2008? You talking about he made a lot of money for them. Well, a lot of artists made a lot of money. Black artists made a lot of money for the record companies. Look into the case. Did you know Common was accused of something by Jaguar Wright? Did you look into that situation, Philip Scott? Did you know Russell Simmons was accused? Did you come on their platform and say Russell Simmons, does his sins call over him? Did you say that about Russell Simmons? His sins probably call over him? Did you know Prince, the late great Prince, met his wife Amante when she was underage? When she became of age, he married her. Does that make Prince, the late great Prince, who we all love, does that make Prince a pedophile? I'm just asking. I'm wondering, because a lot of us, we all love Prince. He was very gifted, great artist, great musician, one of the baddest musicians I've ever seen. The baddest musician I've ever seen, man. Well, let's talk about this. Does that make Prince a pedophile? Since they want, come on. Since they want to dig up Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson never been convicted of being a pedophile, but Prince actually met his wife when she was underage, Amante. But you never talk about it on your platform. Nobody talks about it on their platform. And you got some love. People love Prince. People love Michael Jackson, who are amazing Love those guys, man. Love them. But let's be honest, man. Is it about because R. Kelly complexion, man? Prince he was light skinned. He had the pretty eyes. Yeah, we knew he loved women. Michael loved women. Is it because they had, Michael was the Peter Pan, and Prince was, they wasn't the most masculine men in the world. I want to put that out there. No disrespect to nobody. I love these men. I love Prince. I love Michael Jackson. But when no other men in the 80s, when no other artists were bigger than Michael Jackson and Prince. We got somebody that look like us, that's act like us. That's why we cater towards hip hop so much, man. That's why when we saw a Rakim or Big Daddy Kane, when NWA came out, that's why I gravitate towards Nas or Biggie or Pop. We gravitate towards those cats, man, because they act like us. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Michael Jackson and Prince, man. And when it comes to R&B, you had Jodeci, Boyz II Men, yeah, and you had R. Kelly and all of them. No cats, they, is that what it is, man? So, with that being said, the power of social media. So we got a lot of work to do, y'all, because we're not only fighting against the machine, Sony, we also fighting with the government. We got our own people on these platforms. That's, they have the right. They have that right. And you said if you was a judge, Philip Scott, you would be in other countries. Hey, in other countries and part of Africa, some of them ages. I don't want to do that, man. But when you love Africa, you be over in Africa, right? You know what goes on in some of them other countries, the age. Some of them how young some of them guys go build in them other countries. How some of the ages be. So don't come on, man. Let him who has not sinned cast the first stone. Mr. Kelly, R. Kelly, Robert Sylvester Kelly, Kells. That man is anointed, man. Believe it or not, Philip Scott. What about you? R. Kelly was convicted by public opinion, just like Bill Cosby was. Yes, there's a protest going on in Chicago in October 23rd, 24th. There's a protest going on in New York as well, September 28th. Philip Scott. We're not going to sit up here and watch them just do this to our legends and icons anymore. And what I said about Michael Jackson and Prince, I meant what I said. But I still love those guys and what they've done for bringing us the great music they brought to this world. Michael Jackson and Prince are legends and they are icons and they are well respected. But I meant what I said. It is what it is. So, with that being said, people want to get on their platforms. They want to call R. Kelly a pedophile who has never been convicted of that. You say he ain't gonna never get out. Well, hey man, that's your opinion. That's how you feel. But I'm asking y'all, as a black man in America, you could be accused of something too, Brother Philip Scott. And anybody on your platform like that. Do you believe in due process? Do y'all believe in due process? That's all I'm asking. A man is presumed innocent until proven guilty. That's all. Due process. And R. Kelly hasn't got that. You know he haven't got that. You know he haven't got that. You don't even care about this case. I can tell the way you look. You don't care. You or other people on these social media, on 500,000 million subscribers, you don't care. The people with the smallest subscribers, we're going to make the biggest noise. Trust me. We will be heard. We will be heard. With that being said, if you believe everything the media tells you, you're nothing but a brainwashed slave. So free yourself and free your mind, free your soul. It is easy to destroy and bring down a black man in this country. Hell, all you need is his own people to do it for him. With that being said, love is God and God is love. I see y'all in the next one, man. I am the Power 123 Trust. I love y'all, man. Peace.